Okay, yo. You wanna know a pro tip? Right here? Yo, check this out. This is a cursed shrine. How do I know? Because if I hover my mouse over it, it actually doesn't say lethal shrine. Easy mode, boys! Now you know how to tell if a shrine is cursed or not. But do you know if you should do this event? The mobs come in waves and the event only spawns a small number of elites, meaning the XP per hour is garbage. Therefore, the answer is no. Do not do this event. But if you combine this shrine with the slay all enemies objective in a nightmare dungeon, now you're getting a benefit. And here's how that works. You hit the shrine and then you ignore the event and clear the rest of the dungeon. When you start killing the last of the mobs in the dungeon, the rest of the mobs, including the ones that you spawned from the cursed shrine event, will teleport to you. It saves you time and you get extra elites to kill. Just make sure you can handle it. Cursed chest. When it comes to the cursed chest, I'm not talking about the singular mob that comes out of the ground. Obviously, you kill it, open the chest, and move on. But for the actual cursed chest event, it's got a lot going for it. No waiting around for waves? Check. Lots of elites spawning? Check. Say no more. Do this event. It's worth. Cursed well. Look at the objective, but don't be fooled. It looks like a waves objective, but it isn't. Does this mean that it's worth doing? Yes. Do this event. The XP per hour is good. Also, don't be fooled by a random cursed well. You can check the well the same way you do the shrines on the minimap. Altar of Immolation. Should you do this event? The signs look good, no waves, and all you have to do is dodge the fire. Too bad it's not enough to make this good. While the spawn and density are good, no elite spawns at all, and that makes the XP per hour pretty bad. Not recommended. Altar of Bishibosh. The objective! Looks pretty good with no waves. Does this mean it's worth? Unfortunately, elites do not spawn here. Therefore, bad XP per hour. Therefore, no go on this event. Last Stand. Now this event is kind of annoying because completing the mastery and keeping the survivors alive has very little to do with how strong your character is, and everything to do with what you're fighting. Anything ranged or AoE based in the dungeon will kill the survivors automatically. If you get lucky, the mastery is possible, but only with the right combination of mobs. But does that mean that you shouldn't do this event even if completing the mastery is out of your hands? The answer is yes. You don't have to wait for waves, and it spawns a lot of elites every time, which means fantastic XP per hour. Do it, even if you're going to fail the mastery. Definitely worth. Hostage. This event is set up very much like the Last Stand event, where there are survivors that you have to keep alive. There's no waves and there's lots of elites, so that means the event is very much worth doing. But what if I told you that this event is better than Last Stand? It's true. It's better because if you keep the hostages alive, you don't have to wait for them to drop their bonus loot. You just click on them and they drop it. Totally worth. Eternal Torment. The objective is easy enough. But we don't do events for the objective. It's about the XP per hour. And unfortunately, it's garbage. Don't do this event. Ritual of Blood. This event is simple. Kill the mobs in the middle, get rewards. However, killing the mobs in the middle gets really annoying if you pair this with the Drifting Shade affix. It covers the whole circle and it blinds you. Either way, it's good XP per hour and it's definitely worth. Potent Blood. This event has to be the worst event out of all the events. Massive wait times for this guy to suck blood out of these mobs? No thank you. Skip this one. Rest for the weary. Doesn't look good for an event with waves, but elites spawn in these waves. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter. It has garbage XP per hour. Therefore, no go on this event. Wandering Soul. This event is good, but this event might confuse you because you kill mobs and sometimes the bar doesn't go up. What you actually have to do is kill the mobs that glow to actually progress the mastery bar. And if the mobs are left to hit the spirit, it'll actually drop your progress on the mastery. Also, there's a bug that stops the soul from turning into an elite if all the mobs around him are dead. Waiting 10 seconds for him to transform? Not worth. However, it is definitely worth it to do this event as a whole, Just don't try and keep any mobs alive. It takes way too long. Nest. If you run into this event and all your abilities are on cooldown, you can kiss the mastery goodbye. And even if you did complete the mastery, it unfortunately does not spawn nearly enough mobs to make it worth it. This is one that you skip. Soul Survivor. You find this guy laying on the ground, but he doesn't lead you to the butcher like the guy laying on the ground in Diablo 1. It ends up being an event with waves, and waves means that the event is not worth. Skip. Shrine of Zagraal. A quick glance at the objectives makes this look promising, with no waves attached. But it's slow, like an event that actually has waves. Also, no elites. Therefore, garbage XP per hour. Therefore, we skip. Basically, the moral of the story is don't waste your time waiting around and look for the elites.